Conversations with the Empress. I am the Empress, and this person to my left.
Boy, dropping it. Big A from the group home.
From the group home. And today we have another episode of the Raw and Real Wednesday, where we give our opinion, feelings, thoughts about a reel that we found to be interesting. So check out this reel, and we'll be right back.
You haven't lost your mind. Don't touch me ever in your life. You touched me first, and then you got in my face. Don't ever invade my personal space.
Get out of my face!
No, I'm not.
It's all on camera.
It surely is.
You touched me.
It surely, but you in my personal space. You're in my personal space. Stay out of my personal space. She's touching me. She's touching me. And I'm telling you. She can't put her hands on me. Oh, wait a minute. No.
Hey, stop it! Hey!
Get up now. Don't you ever put your hands on me. No, get this. Back off from me.
No, watch out.
You got the wrong person.
Well, as the Empress was searching out a reel, she came across a mildly interesting one of an altercation apparently between
An airport employee, the male,
and a female,
who
white
was not,
female.
not an employee.
That wasn't an
customer.
employee. A customer, maybe.
Yeah, that's
Somebody
a nice way.
passing through. You know, we don't know exactly what she was doing in the airport, but it was an altercation between apparently an airport employee who was a black male, and you know, it doesn't go as far as to say how it got started,
because we didn't see the beginning.
Right.
But I did see her lay hands on him first, and it wasn't just when she smacked him, when she sucker punched him. She had already like pushed him.
Yeah, she was being entirely aggressive, you know, towards the gentleman. You know, not only verbally,
but physically.
But physically, and like he showed a lot of restraint,
as much as he could.
As much as he could, but like, you know, we all apparently have our different points where, you know, you feel the need to become physical is either as a direct result of being physically threatened, or, you know what I'm saying, to the point where provoked, you know.
And this is my opinion on that, is that, like, I don't agree with men hitting women, okay? I definitely don't agree with that.
Me neither.
Unless it's,
for the record,
unless it's like consensual, you know, how we play or whatever. But I do feel like,
do we play like that?
Yeah, we do play like that.
You hit
like
me
to,
sometimes?
You like to get it and I like to get it. Sometimes it's me,
sometimes it's you. That's true.
But I don't feel a woman should provoke a man to the point where he feels like that's his only option is to lay hands on you. Not saying that it's right, but even if you look at animals in the wild, if you back them in a corner,
right,
you know what I mean, they're going to fight back, and we are animals. So I feel like she felt like she could get away with that, but what people don't understand is at the end of that whole situation, I don't know if y'all watched the whole reel, but the cops came and said that she was the aggressor. But in her mind, I'm sure she probably thought that she would get away with that, and that they would just take him because he laid hands on her. But as I always say, if whoever started is the one that's getting locked up.
Yeah, and it was, you know, for those of you that took the time to watch the whole reel, it becomes apparent that that his response was pretty appropriate. You know, hopefully the gentleman was able to retain his employment, you know, because you never know how these companies are going to look after their own image before your safety and well-being. You know, we know that.
Yeah.
But
because they'll mess around and fire him anyway.
You know,
just for letting it go that far, even though he was just
they'll
defending
say
himself.
He did run across. You know what I'm saying? Like, even after the sucker punch, well, she didn't really get him, but
she did. She got a little. She got a little
right.
smack
You know,
on the back portion.
Enough to say, well, damn it, if you hit me, and said, you know, I feel as though, you know what I'm saying, you open the window for me hitting you back.
And it's also the other thing as a black person, in that moment, it's not just that one person hitting you. You know, it's a buildup of the fact that how many times are we in situations where we want to hit people and we don't. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like a buildup in that moment. It is.
Like, I can relate.
We can deal with people saying stuff, but in that moment, she crossed the line and put hands on him,
and then wanted to, you know, retreat like she was a victim. Then, you know, after, you know, and I don't know, you know, I don't think that I have apparently, you know, that kind of restraint. I figured like I would have punched him too, you know, or attempted to.
I don't think you would have. Because I don't think you believe in putting your hands on women.
Nah.
And I mean, she didn't hit him hard enough, really.
Right. So do you think his response was a little bit too excessive?
I think that his
because he went in and tackled him. That nigga trying to body her. And, you know,
I think that maybe he was the type of person is not used to people putting their hands on him. He didn't seem like the type. Right. And he probably took that to such offense to be like, you really think you gonna put your hands on me? Like,
right.
I think it depends on the person. Everybody gonna react differently.
The only thing
if you put your hands on me though, that for me, that's an invitation for me to put my hands on you. And you can say whatever you want to say, but if you touch me, that's it. I can touch you now. I can legally touch you now after you done touch me.
Well, I grew up and, you know, I had some cousins, female cousins, that wasn't afraid to fight niggas.
I met some girls like that.
You know, so, I mean, like, my cousin Faith, you know, Faith ain't no joke. She'll, you know, Sean and Suge, y'all know who y'all, you know, y'all.
Shout out.
Y'all, I know what y'all capable of, and so the nigga put their hands on y'all, you know what I'm saying, it's generally on, right? And I know Faith, you know, I know how she can get it in. So, you know.
But I don't think that woman put her hands on him wanting to smoke. She ain't want no smoke. She wanted to cause a problem. Maybe she wanted him to react in that way because she thought she could get that off. That's that Karen shit. Right. You know, a white woman call the cops and say you doing something that they're going to come and shoot and ask questions later. So maybe that's what she was hoping for. She was hoping for that type of reaction.
Right.
The one thing that saves black people these days and people in general that are, you know, in situations like that is the fact that we record everything now.
Yeah.
There's video documentation of everything. People might not save your life, but they damn for sure going to record what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
Sadly enough, in certain situations, it'd be nice if somebody jump in and save you, but at least there'll be a record of it. I mean, if that's any fucking comfort.
Right. You pretty much gotta save yourself and
yourself.
And then hope, you know, that the whole account can be, you know, recorded so that you can, you know, explain, you know, your position and subsequent actions, you know, and, you know, because other than that, then, you know, there is a tendency in this nation, you know, especially if you're a melanated person and you're dealing with a situation with a non-melanated person, that 10 to 1, you know, the eyes, it's going to be more on you to prove.
Well, what did you do?
Yeah, right.
What did you do to make them react that way?
They just ain't going to take your word, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, you really going to have eyewitness account, and there's no bigger eyewitness accounts these days than what comes from the recording and what's left on social media or any of those type of platforms.
But that's exactly why I was happy that at the end when the cops came, they said that she was the aggressor. You know?
Right. You know
that was a win for him.
But it doesn't mean it was a win for him in a court of moral, you know, of public opinion maybe. But when it comes down to that job,
who knows if they kept him or not? We don't know.
Exactly, and shit. Because they could have said, you know, there was all kinds of ways for you to turn
to de-escalate.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, walk away and this, that, and the third. And
Yeah, that's
but, like,
true.
you know,
because in that job, you're going to deal with all different types of people. I mean, coming from somebody that I work in a customer service field,
and I have too,
and you deal with all different types of people. Most of the people you encounter are nice people, but you do every once in a while get that asshole or that racist or that bitch or whatever that want to just come in and fuck up your day because they're miserable. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you got to know how to deal with that shit. If you can't handle that shit, that's really not a field that you should be in. But like we said, we ain't see what happened from the beginning. We only saw the end of that.
Yeah, or close to the end. But,
yeah.
So, you know, what are the social ramifications for stuff like that? Because that kind of stuff happens on a regular. We live in a country that's got, I don't know, what are we, 600 million people?
It's a lot.
Yeah, you know, so there's a lot of personalities that have been shaped by whatever forces, you know, and we all running kind of concurrent to one another. So, you know, at any given time, there's incendiary moments, and
shit happens.
Shit happens, you know. So, you know, it's like, okay, how do you conduct yourself, and what is good for yourself?
Yeah, but as a black person, it ain't even always about what's good for yourself. It's what's good for your safety. And it's sad that it has to be that way. A lot of times we can't choose what's good for ourselves. Sometimes we just have to choose what's good for our safety. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think he handled the situation properly? Would you have handled it that way?
Would you straight out slap the shit out that bitch?
And tussled her and got her to the ground and tried to scrap with her?
Yeah, because she tried to steal the dude when you know, during the process of the interaction. And so, you know, that was an attack for sure.
Yeah, he probably could press charges on her.
You know, so.
But what do y'all think?
We like to know.
And do you think that he was wrong? Do you think she was wrong? Do you think it was both of their faults? How would you have handled the situation? Leave a comment.
Please keep liking,
sharing,
and subscribing,
commenting, all of that. And we will see y'all.
That's
on
that
the
little
next
subscribe
episode.
button at the bottom of the video. Y'all know where it is.
Yeah, hit that shit.
Hit it.
And we'll see y'all next
time. Hit it
time.
and quit it.
This is from the Empress.
And your boy, Big A.
Bye. Hey, yo. Thanks for watching. My contact information is below. Please go like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Your support is always appreciated. But if you want to show that support with them dollars, though, throw your girl a cash app, you feel me? Until we meet again, smooches.